Good morning, hopefully you can see and hear us okay. Pip and Michael join me again today for our next Drawalong session of the term, where we are looking at animals from South Africa. And today we're going to be drawing the meerkat. If anyone is watching, if you could just let me know that everything is coming through okay, before I carry on talking to myself. And I apologise in advance, I'm a bit bunged up, I've woken up all congested, so if I'm coughing and spluttering and sniffing, I'm going to try and keep that to a minimum. I know how annoying that is to listen to. Oh, hello. So Jay is online and said hello, Pip Michael. I'm hoping that means you can hear us okay. So yes, we're going to be drawing, but also learning about the meerkat today. I've got some facts ready to read off to you. I'm going to start with one, explaining what the meerkat is. He or she is a mammal. They give birth to live young. They don't lay eggs. That would be weird to see, wouldn't it? They're a small mongoose found in southern Africa. Despite what its name may suggest, a meerkat is not a member of the cat family. They are weasel-like animals that are members of the mongoose family. So I'm not sure why they're called a meerkat, because they're not related to cats. They're not feline. Oh, we've got lots of people joining us. Oh, Abby again, sorry. You know what I'm like. My memory is like a sieve. So Steph Gaynor, and we've got, and I never say this name right. It looks like Alf, but it's not. I'm so sorry. And Naya, is it? Morning from Bean and Buds. Awesome. I'm going to assume that means everything is A-OK. Now, Michael today has decided he didn't like our reference picture, so he's drawing from a different one that he's found. If you want to do the same, you can. I just tried to get a clear shot of, I say a shot like it was, I took the photo, I didn't take the photo. I chose a reference image where I could see the facial structure, but perhaps you want to get the whole body in, you want to get the markings on the back. If you want to find a different reference picture, as with everything art, there's no wrong way of approaching this. So if you want to use a different picture, then you absolutely can. So let's get started. Like I say, I'm feeling a bit foggy today, so it's going to be an interesting to see how this goes today. I'm not feeling top form, but I'm here anyway. I'm going to give it a good shot. So I'm working portrait because the meerkat is standing upwards, so it just makes more sense to me. And I'm going to start, as I always do, roughly sketching out the main shapes, just so I can make sure that the proportions are right and I haven't cropped off something important like the top of his head, like whenever my mum takes photographs of someone. That's a long running joke. And then what I'll do, once I'm happy with the rough layout, I'll go in and add the details that I can see. So again, unfortunately, this picture crops off his claws. Meerkats have got really, really long claws, so you could add those in if you wanted. And Nala, it's an African name. Oh, that's cool. Well done. Well done? Where did that come from? Aoife, thank you. So Aoife and Nala, welcome. What number pencil do you suggest we use for the sketching? I'm using a free H just because it was the only one I had to hand. It's been a manic start to the morning. With the sketching, I just use something light that I can rub out easily. So it doesn't matter so much because we're not using the graded pencils to, what's the word? Oh, to add tone. Now, just to add to my manic morning, my laptop has told me that the battery's low. So Michael, can you go and find my laptop charger? Oh my word, it should be in the living room. Oh, it definitely feels like a Monday today. Jill, Emily and Freya said, we don't have the reference pictures, so kind of copying from you. Oh, well, I'll do my best in that case. Right, let's hope the laptop doesn't cut out before Michael finds my elusive laptop charger. We should be all right. Thank you, Michael. Bear with me 2 seconds. It really has been a morning. There we go, we're back. Awesome. So I've got the rough shape. I am now going to sort of go in and try and get the more accurate shape of the head and plot where the eyes and nose are as well. So again, if you've got the reference image, keep looking back at the reference image rather than doing it from memory, because your brain will play tricks on you and make assumptions. So you're best to keep looking back at the reference picture. You've got a really actually quite petite little nose compared to those big round eyes, and we're going to be talking about those eyes later because they are a feature in this animal that helps them with their survival for sure. Oh, I feel out of breath. What a start. We've got a nice round little ear that we can see. So I'm plotting that in, and quite a flat shape to the top of his head. I'm saying he, could be a she, who knows. Can't tell with a meerkat so easily like you can other animals like ducks. You can tell a male from a female quite easily by the colours, but a meerkat doesn't give us that sort of insight. Abby said I'm using a B pencil, so yeah. Freya's meerkat looks like a jelly baby. Well, that's one way of approaching the task, isn't it? So I'm going to struggle with this eye because obviously the meerkat is not looking directly at us. The angle is off, so I need to sort of work on this a bit because you don't want it to be exactly symmetrical because it isn't on the reference picture, so it's going to look a little bit strange if I do in the eye exactly the same as the other. And it's quite in shadow as well, so that makes it a bit trickier for us to see the detail. So I'm zooming in on my picture to be able to see a little bit more of the detail. There we go. It's a little bit wonky. Oh, now it looks like an evil meerkat. Just the change of a slight angle can really make a difference to the facial expression of an animal, especially with the eyes. We change the angle of the eyes and the eyebrows. So there we go. Not too bad a start. And now I'm going to rub out some of these more rushed lines so that I don't confuse myself as I add in more details. They've got big brown eyes with big round pupils, if you can't see that from your reference picture. And then they have this dark mask around their eyes, which is not by accident. That mask is there to help protect their eyes from the glare of the sun. So when they're looking out for predators, that mask doesn't just look cool, it's actually there and has a function to help them see better and to be able to, almost like sunglasses I suppose, so they can still see up in the sky, which is where some of their predators might be in the form of birds of prey. Help, mine looks like a ghost. A ghost meerkat. No, wait, it looks like an otter. Well, that's getting closer to the look of the meerkat, so keep going. Don't give up. Sorry, I'm late, Denise, but no, you're never late. You're here on time. You're here just at the time that you needed to be. I think meerkats are quite a popular animal, aren't they? I know Arts and my youngest, Elliot, they used to be his favourite animal. And then it got downgraded because the orangutan became his favourite animal. Tomorrow it'll probably be something else again. How are you doing, Michael?
Can't you stupid head?
Is it because it's quite a flat shape and you're expecting it to be round, weren't you?
Just an eyes. Annoying.
I think I've done his ear too high, so I'm going to adjust that. Thank goodness we found the rubber today because I've needed it a lot already. And I can start working the details down into the body as well. It's almost like you can see a seam at the front of his chest where the fur changes direction and meets. I'm drawing in there. I'll get this outline done and then I'm going to share some more facts with you. I'm not worrying too much about the details of the fur because I'll put that line work in with the colours as I go along. So it is mostly just getting the main bulk of the shapes in place at this stage. Not too bad. Okay, that's my outline to begin with. Let's read some facts out. I'm still out of breath. Could you slow down? I haven't even done the head. Well, you don't, to be fair, you don't have to keep pace with me. I would find it really hard to draw exactly the same as somebody else. And what you'll probably find is I slow down when I start adding the colour, so you'll probably catch up then as well. But I'm going to read some facts out as well. So, they, like I said, they're a small mammal. They normally grow to around 24 to 35 centimetres long, which is probably, you know, not much bigger than your A4 page of paper. They live in southern Africa, including South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe and Mozambique. And they live in dry, open plains, savannas and grasslands. They create burrows, so they live underground like rabbits, where that keeps them largely safe from predators as well. They are active and social animals. They live in groups that can include as many as 30 meerkats, although the average pack size is around 10 to 15. Groups are called mobs, and each mob may consist of up to 3 families living together. Each family group consists of a breeding pair and their offspring. So yes, very social animals that don't live in isolation. They live together as groups, and there's good reason for that as well. And we'll talk about that in a bit in terms of how they stay safe from predators. Because being that they are only this big and they're living in African plains where there are lots of predators, then obviously their size means that they could be quite vulnerable. So how do they stay safe? We'll discuss that in a little bit as well. So I think I'm ready to start adding some tone and colour. So I normally start with the eye, and remember it really makes a difference if you can leave a white highlight in the pupil. So white space will show light reflecting and just bring your picture to life a little bit more and make it look more realistic. Even if it doesn't show one on the reference picture, I put a highlight in the eye, because that's the beauty of artwork, is that you can use your artistic license and do it how you want to do it and how you think the picture should look. Mine looks like a potato. Well, hopefully, when you add some details, it will develop and evolve from a potato into a meerkat. How you getting on, Michael?
I'm good. I've done a fennec fox instead.
Oh, Michael's just going off on one this term. Last week he was drawing the wallpaper from behind me. This week he's decided to draw a fennec fox. Although I believe they're from South Africa, aren't they? So it's not completely random. So I'm going to go for a dark brown for the actual colour of the eye. Oh, got some messages coming in, so I'll just make sure I'll read those. Did you know meerkats have black patches around their eyes so they can see into the sun and to see further? Yes, that's what we were just talking about. So the mask isn't accidental. It's there to help them effectively as a pair of sunglasses so that they can see further and can see predators coming. What's your watercolour pencil brand? Mine is... I'm asked this all the time. I can never remember it. Give me 2 seconds.
Castle? No.
Is it Castle? No, is that your one?
No. That's not.
Castle. Yes, Castle Arts.
That's what.
Oh, dear. Oh, I'm a calamity today. Castle Arts watercolours are the ones I use. I've got quite a big tray of them, but I do believe they come in smaller trays as well. I can't say that I use all of the colours. I probably use the same 10 over and over again and just blend them. Oh dear. So now I'm going to move on to the nose. So I'm still using the black. And again, there's like a white highlight on the nose to make it look shiny. Different texture from fur, isn't it? So you want to show that as much as possible too. Harvey B says hi. I recommend Zenna colour. That's what you're using, Rachel. I've not heard of those ones, but Well, has anyone else got any recommendations? It's good to know. More messages. Meerkat is one of Freya's favourite animals, as well as sheep and red pandas and otters. I love otters. I don't think we've done an otter yet, have we?
Mm,
No, I don't think we have.
I thought we did.
Nope.
Maybe you did it by yourself.
Yeah, I might draw an otter when we went to the wildlife park, maybe.
Yeah.
So I thought that was an interesting fact about the meerkats having this dark mask, because our dog has got a dark mask around her eyes. I always say it looks like she's got eyeliner on, but she is part Czechoslovakian wolf dog, so she has genetically got quite a lot of wolf genetics in there. So I was like, I wonder if that's why wolves have that mask as well, again to help them see further and to protect their eyes from the glare of the sun. In the meerkat's case, it would be to protect them from predators. In a wolf's case, it might be so that they can see their prey from further away. Who knows? I might have to research that after this. So I'm using the black, but there are definitely shades of brown in the fur as well, even on the black mask, what looks like a black mask initially. So I'm going to bring in some brown shades as well. When you look at most animals' fur up close, even a black animal, when you look at the fur really carefully, you can see lots of brown tones. It's important to try and add in those extra colours. It's definitely a challenge. I do find sketching in black and white quicker because you don't have to think about so much about colour choice. It's just looking at tone then, light and dark, whereas with colour it gets a little bit more complex and you have to sort of think and really look hard at the colours on the image. I don't do colour, I like sticking with black and white. That's how I used to draw for a very long time, and it's only actually been recently that I've started adding colour. But doing any art is all good. Freya's held a meerkat before, and Emily said hers looked weird. Holding a meerkat, that's pretty cool. I know there's lots of experiences, isn't there, in certain zoos. I know the one that we see our meerkats in down the road does them. Get some darker brown in there as well. And when I'm shading, I'm going in the direction that I can see the fur growing in as well. So I'm not just randomly shading all over the place. I'm trying to, my pencil strokes are going in the same direction that I can see the fur growing. Abby said colour is my nightmare, but I want to get better. That's good, Abby, that you're doing that outside of your comfort zone. It's good to push yourself sometimes. And it is just like anything, the more you practice, the better you'll get at it. I can see huge developments in what I've done. So I didn't draw for years just because I got grown up and all serious and stuff. But starting the draw-alongs again has meant that I'm developing my own artwork. So even at my age, which I won't divulge, but it's old, you can still get better and you can still progress. It's not something you complete, art. You never do. You know, I've completed that. It's not like a computer game. Finished that. Nope. You can always be developing and improving. When I did colour, I chucked it in the bin because it's horrific. No, don't do that. Always keep your artwork, even if it's just as a reference point later on, years later, and you look back and you can see the journey your artwork and your skill and talent has gone on. Never throw it away. Just lock it away somewhere if you don't want to see it anymore. Do meerkats have white bellies, as our pick is only half of the body? It's definitely lighter on the belly and darker on the back. I wouldn't say white, there's some like sandy colours in there, but definitely lighter. So I'm definitely going to be switching colours a lot in the fur, because you can see loads of different colours going on there. Browns, even greys, black, and all different shades of them as well. Now, did I pick a grey up? Yes, I did. Sandy grey tummies, yeah. I think that's a good description of their colour actually, sandy grey. Definitely not white, but more white flecks and fur in there. The black again. I'm trying to draw the shadow on this side of the face now, without losing all of the details. Hello from Holly, she's just joined today. Her little sister Chloe's having a go. Oh, welcome, and I hope you're enjoying it. And how is it all going so far? Do you remember the stonefish? Yes, I remember it. It was not going well for me, so I tried colouring it, and it made it even worse. It looked like a 2-year-old did it, so I chucked it. Don't throw them away. The stonefish was quite tricky, but I don't think anything beats how difficult the octopus was. With all those little tentacle suckers, that was hard. That nearly broke me. I still have nightmares about it now. But mine looks like Paddington Bear. Well, I can see a reference. I can see that actually, to be fair. Quite a cute looking, friendly, cuddly animal.
Did you bite though?
Yeah, so would a bear though.
True.
In real life.
But Paddington doesn't bite.
Yeah,
so-
Paddington. And the meerkats off of the telly don't bite, do they? As in the adverts. I wonder if that's why they've become more popular as an animal, or
'Cause-
they were already popular, that's why they were used for advertising.
Yeah. What is it called? It's just called Meerkats, that advert, ain't it?
Yeah, meerkat.com.
They're just like
Compare the
it's-
meerkat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's so weird.
It's been their advertising campaign for a long time now.
You could get it like you could get the toys in like claw machines.
Yeah,
and
people used to
everything.
collect it. I used to have one, I think, so it even works on me. I dare someone to make Paddington Meerkat. Just put a little a duffel coat on him and a little hat, and have him carrying a suitcase. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Good way to use your imagination. Nice round ear. Michael's colouring furiously. I'm sure you can hear that. Your hand's aching, Michael.
Cracking a little bit. Just gonna use the water in the brush. For some reason I don't like drawing South African.
You're not feeling it this
No, I
time.
just don't.
You're struggling a little bit with it.
Struck on with life really, but
Don't say that. Very dramatic. Some people have got all the meerkat toys. I usually do black and whites. I'm struggling to colour my meerkat. Please don't beat yourself up over it. I'm struggling a bit today because there's a lot of different tones and colours in here, and it is a really difficult. It's a difficult skill in terms of art. I definitely have progressed to adding colour. It wasn't something I always did. So as long as you're creating art, it doesn't matter if if you're having a go at the colour, brilliant. If you're sticking to black and white because you're not ready for the colour, that's absolutely fine too, because you will still produce artwork, and that is what it's all about.
And if you don't want to do any animals, you can draw a cup. Or...
Yeah, but this is it. You don't have to draw what we're drawing. Michael keeps going off on a tangent, but he's still creating, and that is the main thing.
I'm still doing animals.
Yeah.
Just...
Well, you're still creating art, and that's what.
I did do the meerkat,
important.
but I just couldn't do the head. It looked like first I had it into super like a worm neck or something.
Too skinny.
And then I got it into a dog head, and then I carried on with that, and then realised it looked really weird. And then I did it too big and fat, but still long. And so that's how I just gave up.
Well, you went on a whole learning journey and a process there, didn't you?
I was like, now we know that I can't do meerkats. Meerkats.
Today, maybe you just having a bad day.
Yeah, apparently am. But from the preference picture I did, I'm using, because it has where the meerkat, it has a sunset, and I just did that.
Oh, right, so you focus on colour in the background.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm good at drawing fennec foxes. I think they're a good, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm good at drawing them.
I'm trying as well, where the fur looks longer, so on the body and the belly at the moment, the fur looks a lot longer to me. So the pencil strokes are getting longer to depict that as well.
Oh.
Someone give Freya another animal to draw as she's finished. Why don't you draw a fennec fox as well, like Michael? I drew my granny's dog maybe 2 years ago, and I think it's pretty good. Also, that's how I started. I started by drawing our pets years ago. Can we see Michael's, please?
Okay, then let me just finish up. I'm going to finish the colouring, watercolours.
I don't know why I do this. I start being very, very meticulous with the head, and then I just go a bit brah with the rest of the body. I think it's because I think, oh dear, I'm going to run out of time and I have to get a move on.
I'm done.
Right, do you want to show yours, Michael?
I haven't
Okay,
signed.
good not.
I haven't signed yet. Done. Now I'm done.
So Michael's on fennec fox, which is instantly recognisable with those ears, and they would be a desert animal as well.
And then the sunset's at the top, and then it's like vibrating off, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, like reflecting off of
yeah.
them. Nice, Michael, well done. Joe's just joined us. Looking forward to seeing the meerkats today. Are meerkats one of your favourite animals, Joe?
I'm going to draw something else because I don't know what else to draw.
You've got plenty of time, Michael, we're only halfway through. I'm definitely going to spend some time building up some colour on this body because I feel like I've rushed it a little bit compared to the head. You can see all the different colours and tones in the head, but not so much in what I've just done. Who wrote that? Who thinks Pippa's the best artist, Michael's the best in video? Follow along. Oh, Harry, thank you. That's really sweet. People are agreeing. Oh. My brain's favourite animal is meerkat. Also similar to Elliot then. Oh no, I picked orange instead of caramel. What for the fur? Try adding a light brown over it. Mimo has asked how old you are, Michael.
I don't know how old I am.
Don't give me that. He's 11. Michael's 11. So if he was in school, he would be in year 6. I can't say that they are in reference to the meerkats from Joe. I'm all about the sea creatures, but they do have such personality. I think there's going to be some really great drawings this week. I have huge faith in everyone. Yes. So we were talking about the octopus earlier, Joe, and how that nearly broke me. That was pretty intense.
The one people just, yeah.
That was hard work, wasn't it? And we didn't even do all the legs and all the suckers. I tried to minimise it and it's still too much. I feel like we need to add some facts. Read some facts out, Michael. Are you done?
And I'm waiting for this to dry, so
where are we at?
I don't want to rip a tip.
Oh, we've got loads of facts. Just read it slowly. Don't do them all. Just do one at a time. I know what you're like. You go blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what? Say that again.
Meerkats can live up to 8 years in the wild, but life can be harsh and they have many predators. In captivity, they live between 12 to 14 years. That's a year.
Big difference, yeah.
And have been known to live up to 20 years.
Wow. So
that's just jump to 12.
So their natural lifespan, if they didn't have predators, is much, much longer than it is in the wild. Purely because they're a vulnerable little animal and there's lots of predators out there.
You may be surprised to know. May be surprised to learn meerkats are omnivores.
Omnivores.
They eat fruit and vegetables as well as animals. Unlike humans, they have no excess body fat stores, and therefore foraging for food is a constant activity.
So what that means is they can't gorge themselves on a big meal and then have that fat stored in their body for the next week. So they constantly have to eat. A bit like a rabbit, constantly have to eat and graze so that they don't run out of energy.
They're always eating grass, aren't they?
What rabbits are, but so meerkats, they're omnivores, so they will eat meat or generally insects as well as berries and things like that. So like us, effectively, most of us.
Their diet mostly consists of insects, which they sniff out using their enhanced sense of smell. Enhanced, yeah. Meerkats can eat scorpions.
Yep.
They do this by attacking quickly and targeting the sting on the tail, biting it off before then eating the scorpion.
Yep. So although they're small and they don't, they've got teeth and they've got claws, they can tackle scorpions and they will eat scorpions by being really quick and biting off their tail, because that's obviously where their sting and their venom is, and then eating the rest of the body. It's quite impressive.
Biologists have summarized the meerkats are immune to some snake's venom because they share ancestry with the mongoose family. Really?
Yeah, so because they're part of the mongoose family, and mongooses can tackle snakes and venomous snakes, scientists now believe that meerkats can do the same. So they've got some kind of immunity to some venoms.
In some parts of the world, such as India, people prize mongooses as house guards because they can wage battle with deadly snakes like cobras.
Yeah, so that's not meerkats, that's mongoose, but they are linked and of the same
I'd love
family.
to have that as a guard if I was in India.
Instead of a guard dog, you have a guard mongoose to protect you.
I don't want to be bitten by a snake whilst on my sleep, so I can mongoose go sort that out. This trait may have been passed along in the African plains after mongooses evolved into meerkats. Meerkat immunity to snake venom remains uncertain. However, when a snake threatens a meerkat group, they gang up on it. A method called mobbing. When meerkats mob, they form a circle around the predator, raise their tails, and move about in a formation that looks like a single large animal.
So they give the impression. So though they be little, they are fierce. So they mob together in their family groups to make it look like they're one bigger animal. So that's quite a clever technique. So that's one reason they live together in family groups, because on their own they're very, very vulnerable. When they come together, they're a little bit safer, and they use very clever strategies to give the impression that they are more ferocious than they really are.
In the wild, breeding generally takes place during the warm, rainy season, from August through March, when food is most abundant.
So when there's lots of food around.
I'm tired. But make a cure throughout the year. The
Gestation
period for meerkat is 11 weeks.
So the female meerkat is only pregnant for 11 weeks, so not even 3 months.
A whole year, really, fully. They have 2 to 5 offspring in a litter.
So they have pups. It's called a litter of pups, and they can have as few as 2, but up to 5, maybe even more sometimes. But they're only, whereas a human is pregnant for 9 months generally, the meerkat is not even pregnant for 3 months.
Meerkats are abundant throughout their range and are not considered threatened or endangered.
So we're not worried about them as a species. They're not endangered. There's plenty of them at the moment.
But they live a very difficult life in the African desert, constantly threatened by hungry presidents.
Hungry presidents.
I was a bit like, wait, what?
Coming after them. I've just got images in my head now of like Donald Trump and some of the others hunting for meerkats. Hungry predators, not presidents.
Oh. Biden, all that.
I can't get that right.
Just filming it and then sending it to YouTube saying...
David Attenborough narrating it. Here we see.
We see Biden and the other presidents eating meerkats.
Right, focus. I can't draw now.
Predators rival meerkats, drought and burrow flooding rainstorms.
So if there's storms, their burrow. Yes, I've got lightheaded. Their burrows can flood, so that can be a threat to them. Predators. What was the other threats in terms of what can kill them? Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was distracted.
So, constantly threatened by hungry predators.
Yes, not
rival meerkats. Drought and burrow flooding rainstorms.
So they can fight with other mobs of meerkats, so they can be killed by other mobs, or at least injured enough that they then struggle to survive. Drought, so if there's no water, and that then has a knock-on effect on the amount of food available to them as well. And then floods, the extreme of that, if their burrows flood. See, we've got some comments. I'm just going to catch up on those. One meerkat called Wilson, who lived in captivity, was 22 years old. He was an old man. That is a long life. Just finished my meerkat. I didn't shade well because I need to get to my homemade group soon, but I will post it on Technology Triumphs. Nice. Oh, have fun at your homemade group. Out of context, but I love my meerkat. I called her the Miss Lady Miranda. Oh, nice. It's very, very fancy name. Have you got a name for your fennec, Michael? No. Okay. That was the short answer there.
Fort, I don't know. There are 3. Okay, I can't.
Do you need to read this bit out?
Subspecies.
Yeah, the names are. I looked at them and thought, I'm going to struggle to pronounce them.
Of meerkat based in an area they live in. Each looks very Oh.
Yeah, you're going to struggle with this.
Suricata?
That is about right.
Suricata. Why is...
Yeah, it's repeated each time.
Suricata Iona.
Yep.
Suricata. What? Suricata. Why is it being pronounced twice?
Right, let me read that because it's just going around in circles. Where are we? There are 3 subspecies of meerkat based on the area they live in. Each looks very similar. You've got the Suricata Iona, the Suricata majorii, and Suricata siricata. Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah. Suricata, yeah.
Have you watched Wild at Heart? I have not. Is it a good watch? What's it about? Is it about meerkats? If it is, I might have watched it actually. If it's one that follows a family of them, I think I did watch it.
Wild garden meerkats make continuous calls While guarding, meerkats make continuous calls that alert other group members to the fact that they are acting as centennial.
So
Yeah.
guarding.
Some of these words I
We see this again at the wildlife park, don't we? You often see one that's just sat on the platform watching, so they're guarding and looking over everybody whilst they forage.
And they make alarm calls to signal the group to run to their burrows if a predator is spotted.
Nice.
Imagine Mako walking along and then... If a group is confronted, the meerkats will stand together, arching their backs, raising their hair and hissing. I didn't know they could hiss. This sometimes fools an attacker into thinking they are as a single large vicious animal.
Yeah, so that mobbing again. So they'll probably, if they can, will just make a dive for their burrows because they're nice and safe in there. If there's a predator like an eagle or something flying ahead, but if they're too far from their burrows, then they will mob together to fool the predator into thinking that they don't want to take them on because they might get injured.
Despite living in the desert, unbelievably, meerkats do not need extra water in their diets. They get all the moisture they need from the insects and grubs they eat. A human would die within 3 to 4 days without additional water.
Yeah, but meerkats can go without it.
But meerkats, because they eat bugs. Because bugs have drink water, obviously, because otherwise bugs would die if they had no water. Meerkats are much smarter than they look. A recent study at St Andrews University, Scotland, found meerkats use complex coordinated behaviour, which rivals that of chimps, baboons, dolphins, and even humans. Dolphins?
Yeah, dolphins are very intelligent.
Oh, I thought, for some reason, it came across my mind that dolphins were predators for...
No. They're just saying that their intelligence levels are way up there with the most intelligent species of animals.
Baboons are but chimps and... so clever.
Well, they're comparing it even to humans, aren't they?
They must be really clever then. They can spot birds miles away on the horizon. Vision is their most developed sense. They have dark patches around their eyes to cut down glare from the sun. Oh yeah, we read this, didn't we? I've already read this.
No, we haven't. I just said it.
Oh, so do you want me to read the rest?
Yeah, keep going.
From the sun and help them see far into the distance. Long horizontal pupils give meerkats a wide range of vision without having to turn their head around. Meerkats are built for digging and have a membrane that can cover the eye to protect it while they are digging.
That's pretty cool as well, isn't it?
The end.
The end. Very dramatic end to the fact. I did say really slow, but hey ho, hopefully you all got that. I was going to ask actually, did anybody make use of the worksheets last week on the giraffe? If you didn't know, again, so in the discussion tab of this live event, there is worksheets. I did print them out, but I've left them on the printer. So 3 different worksheets that you can fill in using the information that we've shared about meerkats. So it's not something you have to do. Just an additional thing if you wanted to use it for your learning. I'm so sorry, I'm about to sneeze. I've got to... Nope. Oh, don't you just hate it when there's a sneeze right there and it just doesn't come? More comments come in. A baby is called a pup. Yep, we definitely spoke about that. A pup, they have a litter of pups. My meerkat is called Sandy. That's a good name because of their colour. I literally can't get the shape of mine right. This is how slow I am. You'll get there in the end and then you'll be flying.
No one's slow.
What else we got? I just had an image that your Sandy was a cool motorbike guy. I love everyone's imaginations. Right, let's get this water on before I run out of time. Yeah, so I've got 3. I didn't print it out in colour because my printer has been fighting me today and every other day. So there's 3 different versions of the worksheet. You can do all 3, you could do 1, you could do a couple of them. So the idea is that you can create a fact file for your animals. Maybe you could keep it together with your artwork. So you can just simply fill in the boxes, you can answer questions, or you can write your own summary as like an extended writing task if you wanted to for your learning. Yes, so out of interest, did anyone use the worksheets last week? It's just reminded me that, Michael, you didn't. So
No.
you'll be doing that in a minute.
Just getting Google.
Even if nobody else uses them, you'll be using them.
I just realised when I said Google, I got a Google Translator and all that, so it just came up.
What, on your phone?
Yeah.
Let's see how quickly I can get this water on, because I feel like I've been faffing a bit today. Standard. I got distracted by that image of the president's hunting meerkats.
It is very weird. That would just be weird.
So once again, the paint water, it's not paint, it's just standard water. I'm moving the paintbrush in the direction that the fur is growing as well. Is that a yes? Somebody did use the worksheets. Oh, good. At least it wasn't a wasted effort, even if one person used them. If you can't find them in the events tab, they're on our website. So if you go to www.technologytriumphs.co.uk and you scroll down past all the courses, you'll find all the free courses, including the details of the Drawalong. And on the South African one, all the worksheets for the whole term are already on there. So if you're anything like me and you have to make the use of your printer on the day that it decides to start working, you can print it all out in advance. Oh, come on, get a move on, Pip. I have to go, we've got another Zoom. Don't forget to upload between 1 and 3 if you'd like some feedback, but thanks for joining us. I hope to see you next week. Jill saying it's glitchy. Is anybody else having problems, or is it an isolated issue? Everything's running normal from here. Go change. Bye. That's Abby, isn't it, I think? See you next time. What are we doing next time? What's the next animal? Lion? I think it might be a lion. That'd be a good one. Similar sort of colours and tones again, won't it? But much shaggier fur. You're having problems too, so maybe it is a problem our end. But everything seems to be running normally. Toodles. Lion, it is a lion next time. Nice. So we're going to be learning about the different subspecies of lions. I think we know that they are meat eaters, but we're going to learn some more facts about them as well. Hopefully you'll all take something from it. One of the bigger predators. Might be the biggest even in South Africa. We'll soon find out, won't we? What are you drawing now, Michael?
Just a character from one of my games.
Okay. Is that to avoid filling in the fact file?
I already did. No.
I knew you too well. Lions scare me. Well, we won't actually, have one in the room. It'll just be a picture. We should be okay.
You sure?
No guarantees.
You sure you order one?
You don't like lions? Oh. I think all animals are fascinating. It's all, even if we're like, that's not our favourite animal, there's still so much we can learn from them. Oh, Bean said, I really like mine. It looks amazing. I'm so glad. I look forward to seeing it in a little bit. Oh, you'd like tigers. Yeah, I like tigers. Actually, my favourite big cat is the cheetah. Why didn't we do a cheetah? I've never drawn a cheetah, and that's my favourite. That was silly. We have to start thinking about what the themes are going to be next year when we do the draw-alongs, whether we carry on visiting different parts of the world or we theme things on like animal groups. For example, we do a term of wild cats, a term of reptiles, that sort of thing. So we'll have to start thinking about what we want to do for next year, because that will soon come round quick enough. We've got, after this term, oh, I just smashed it. We are visiting South America, some very colourful animals. They're already planned out as well. But from September, you can have a say if you would like some input on where we go in terms of how we pick what we're drawing, or if we do go around the world again, because there's so much more that we can explore, what countries we focus on as well. Sloth soon. Well, funny you should say that. Hope we can do a sloth soon. South America. That is definitely featuring next term. We are doing a sloth. So big cats look to be a popular choice. Joe said animal group themes. That's because you want to see animals, isn't it, Joe? I'm not doing an octopus again. I may never come back if we have to do an octopus again. Got the shape fine, but at the same time as you're finishing. That's all right. You got there at the end and you didn't give up. That's the main thing. Mediterranean, yes. So Mediterranean Sea. So at the moment, it's looking like then we will do groups of animals. So we could like do marsupials and have a different theme each term, and we just focus on different animals from that theme. I think I spent way too much time chatting. It's the story of my life. I do that all the time, and I don't know how I managed to catch up today. But there is my little meerkat. Martin the meerkat, I'm calling him. I don't know why. Not too bad. He's recognisable as a meerkat. Like I say, I will be online to write your feedback. If you pop it on before 3 PM today, you're looking for the picture of my meerkat, to pop it on there. I've got some more comments. Oh, sloth is my favourite animal. Did you know they smile even in stress? I did not know that, but I'm looking forward to learning more about them myself as well. Jay, I have to do a crown too. What, on your meerkat? That's cool. Joe, but I love that octopus, but I'd love to see creatures from different zones of the ocean. That would be cool. There's so much we could do. I mean, Drawalong could go on for years and years because we will never finish the animal kingdom. So I think at the moment, the focus is looking like it will be theming to different creatures each term. And I like to plan it all ahead, so I know exactly what I'm doing. So by the summertime, we'll know what we're doing, and I'll be able to let you know. I didn't know there was a deadline last time on Giraffe. I wondered why I didn't get a reply. Sorry, it's not Wendy, is it? But apologies. So yeah, that's because I'm home editing as well. Obviously, Michael, and I've got another younger boy, Elliot, who's 5. I can't keep it unlimited in terms of how long I spend on the laptop, because I'll go a bit crazy, I think. So yeah, between 1 and 3, if you upload, then I will promise you I will give you feedback. That's it. I finished a little bit earlier today. I think I need a cup of tea now and some lunch. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to upload your meerkats. I'd love to see what you've done. And I hopefully see you next week when we continue on our journey in South Africa and study the lion. See you all later.
Bye.